sat next to me. We both went in at the same time. Only two of us. And when they were schooling us, we both looked at each other like, oh my God.
What do we do?
What do we do? He represents part of the Bronx. He ran in an 8-way race. 8-way race, okay? And he came up on top. Whoa! He's not only a fair and wonderful person, he's a young man that I admire because he comes from the bottom and he worked his way up to the top, just like I did, but I'm way older. So I treat him like he was my son, because I have a son here too. So and Rachel knows, because we sit next to each other, so we are learning together. And I think that that's important, that people, minorities, Dominican, Afro-American, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing the right thing. And that's what we are accomplishing in Albany. And we passed our first budget. Yes, we went through a 15-hour marathon, but we did it together. We got universal pre-K. We got
expansion of TAP.
Expansion of TAP. He knows more than I do.
No.
We got a lot of wonderful things. I mean, it was a long haul, but I am so happy that I sit next to this young man because we learn from each other. And I am so proud to present to you Assemblyman Charter.
First of all, I'll be very brief because this is Maritza's day. This is your district's day. But I just wanted to come by and pay my respects to my colleague, to my classmate. But more importantly, this is a very, very nice office. It's giving me ideas for decor for my club. More importantly, not only did you elect someone who is from this community, who will work her butt off, who has worked her butt off so far in Albany. I'm proud to consider her, and she's a classmate, a colleague, a friend, and yes, when we saw each other and for the first time in Albany, it's like, what the hell did we get ourselves into? But I know that as partners, as friends, that we will grow together, we will learn together, and we will understand the ways, the ins and outs of Albany. And also we will deliver for our respective districts. And again, I would not have been stuck in 2.5 hours traffic if I didn't believe what this lady, my colleague, is going to accomplish and do in Albany. And again, thank you so much for inviting me. And again, this is your day. Celebrate it because you have one hell of a representative, Maritza Davila. Yeah, please. A wonderful public service. So again, thank you so much for the invitation. And I know there's refreshments, and we saw Mr. John Liu, who almost tackled me quite a bit. I'm going to say something very quickly about this man. He is quite strong. Like we were playing charity football games. I'm a big dude. He was like, "Get out of my way." I was like, "Please." I don't want to get run over, but I'll let Maritza introduce the Comptroller.
Thank you, Chardo. So now, wow, I am thank you so much. I am so humbled by the fact that you're here today. I know that you always, everywhere I go, this man here always says, Maritza, I don't want to miss your event. So I know that that's a sign don't make me miss your event. So I know this was one of the best comptrollers that I've ever met. Not only that, he has represented his district, in a very, very honorable way. And I have to say that he will always be my comptroller. I know that we have a new comptroller, but John will always be my comptroller. Right. Although I respect everyone because you have to be careful, right? But John Liu has always been by my side no matter what. And I want to thank you for that.
Nice.
And I am so humbled that, you see, it takes the public. Doesn't matter if you're African American, Asian, white, black, Latino. We're in this together.
That's right.
We're in this together, and I am so happy to have you here.
Well, I am so glad to see everybody. First and foremost, I want to attest to what Assemblymember Pichardo said. I also came down from the Bronx, and it was a real difficult time getting here from the Bronx. But nonetheless, this is not an event that any of us would have missed. That's right. And, you know, look, you do have to be careful about the comptroller, because we do have one. But you can always say that I'm your former comptroller.
That's
Because
my
you get to be
former
comptroller for a few years, you get to be former comptroller for the rest of your life. You know, with all the stuff that's happening in government and in general and with Albany, you know, you can't think of two better breaths of fresh air than you have right here in this dynamic duo of Assemblymember Davila and Assemblymember Pichardo. They are hitting the ground running already, and sure, you know, Albany sure can use it. And now I was able to get to Assemblymember Pichardo's swearing, but I missed Maritza's swearing, and she knew it in advance because now I am teaching municipal finance at Baruch College.
All right.
Even my wife calls me professor now. And that is the only reason, because it was on a Wednesday night, and Wednesday is the one night of the week that I have to teach class, so that's the only reason I missed it, which is why I was not going to miss this. Because, you know, like I said, Maritza has already been so active in the community. She knows the issues. She's no stranger to this neighborhood. She's been working in the community as a district leader. She ran for office before, and you know what? Sometimes you run for office and you don't make it. But that doesn't mean you just disappear. Right? And I can see a couple of people in here who fit that category, right? But you stay with it, and you continue to help the community in whichever way you can. If you can do it in elective office, great. But if it's not in elective office or it's in party office, you still do it. And that's exactly what Maritza Davila has been doing. And now that she is a formally elected member of our state legislature, I have no doubt that she will fight tooth and nail, day and night, for what the people of this community need. So I'm just so honored and humbled to be here at this very special event. Maritza, we love you.